Bulginaka, do you know that cybercrime is becoming a growing problem in Fiji?
Cybercrime is defined as a crime in which a computer is the object of the crime, such as hacking and spamming.
Cybercrime is also cyberbullying and using fake profiles to cause panic and spreading false news.
If you're involved in this or know anyone who's committing these crimes, report them immediately.
I'm Polly.
And I'm Peter.
We host the Traffic Jam Show on City FM.
From 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. every weekday.
Do the right thing.
Yandravinaka, Fiji. In this bulletin, LTA to resume some suspended services. Bus operators agree to preventative measures. And FNPF payout over $18 million.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Smith.
The Land Transport Authority will begin resuming some of its suspended services from next week. Chief Executive Samuel Simpson says they had to suspend driver testing, knowledge testing and new licensing with COVID-19 precautions. Simpson says from Monday they expect to be able to allow heavy good vehicle licensing to resume, with other services to come shortly after.
We are about to reinstate driver testing for groups 4, 5, 6 and 7. We have come up with a plan which will ensure the health, safety and welfare of our customers and our staff alike, and we will resume those testing of those classes of vehicles within the next week.
Over 3,300 cane farmers in Lambasa and Senganga will today receive a payout from the Lambasa Cane Producers Association as COVID-19 relief assistance. President Mohammed Rafiq says, considering the current unusual and extreme conditions faced by the nation, the assistance is provided to relieve financial difficulties for growers. LCPA will be paying out over $646,000. Growers will be receiving $1 per tonne of cane they supplied to the Lambasa mill during the 2019 season.
I've already talked to FSC and Sugarcane Growers Council, so there will be no deduction. All the money that is being given through this assistance will be given to growers through the FSC payment system into their bank accounts.
The LCPA also has several other assistances available for its members. Bus operators in Suva will be implementing temporary precautionary measures in light of COVID-19. The operators met with police and the Suva City Council yesterday. Some of the concerns highlighted include the large numbers of people gathering at the Suva bus stand waiting to board buses. Operators have also agreed to run more buses in the afternoon to ensure people can reach home before curfew. All parties have agreed to jointly monitor physical distancing and work with bus drivers and checkers to improve communication. A follow-up meeting will be held next Monday. Opposition leader Sitiveni Rambuka says he is willing to continue to lead SADELPA to the 2022 elections. In a statement on his social media page, leader of opposition says he is aiming for a second term for the betterment of the country. He says the party's constitution did not expressly state that he couldn't recontest. Rambuka says he will be available as a normal party member, but applying for the party leader position is also different, as they are two separate things. The party published an advertisement last Saturday calling for expressions of interest from interested individuals for the position. Rambuka says he will apply as party leader. A total of $18.19 million has been paid out by the Fiji National Provident Fund to date in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. Out of the 52,083 applications received, only 16,313 have been processed, with a total of 25,320 applicants paid. The FNPF has met with certain challenges, which has somehow delayed their application process.
Initially, we still have employers uploading incorrect documents. Employers did not sign stamp on the forms, and some of these things we have waived some of the requirements initially, which it's a proper control to ensure that the money hits the members' account.
The Fiji Roads Authority infrastructure suffered $22 million damage during Tropical Cyclone Herald, with the Western Division taking a big hit. Assessments showed damage occurred at 120 different locations. The damage bill for TC Herald for the Western Division comes to $17 million.
Most of the damage occurred around jetties, and a lot of crossings and approaches were washed out, and severe damage to the internal road network. So we've had teams out there since the cyclone subsided.
Moore says while 90% of the repairs in the Northern Division have been completed, they are only facing challenges for the Moala jetty, which sustained severe damage. He says the entire jetty needs to be rebuilt. The Earth is in better shape than it's been in recent years due to COVID-19. While celebrating World Earth Day, Agriculture Minister Dr. Mahendra Reddy says wildlife has been revitalised, while economic activity around the world has been almost at a standstill. Sainiani Mboila reports.
The COVID-19 restrictions has seen China's gas emission drop by about 18% between early February and mid-March, equivalent to more than half the UK's annual output. With the restrictions still in place in Fiji, Dr. Reddy says COVID-19 has forced us to relook at how we do business with the environment in mind.
Now you can see people who are affected by COVID-19. They're talking about how they can see the difference in the environment just within the last 2 months. So now they're realizing what they have been missing and how wrong the strategies has been.
Permanent Secretary Joshua Wycliffe says a resurgence in wildlife around the world may be just the silver lining we need at a time when the global community is reeling from the effects of the coronavirus.
I mean, we are on lockdown in cages, but the earth continues to live all right, and in fact it lives much better and it's a lot more beautiful.
The COVID-19 pandemic has disrupted energy use worldwide, which cut carbon emission by an estimated 5% of 2019's global total. Sainiani Mboila, FBC News.
Post Fiji has diversified into groceries to try and keep earning revenue as postal services drop due to COVID-19. Its mini-mart at the Suva shop was launched yesterday, but the key feature of the new service is Post Fiji's e-shop for groceries. 20 shops Fiji-wide will be stocked with basic food items, and orders will be delivered door-to-door EMS services. Customers can order and pay online or via the company's call centre.
Is that, in these times, obviously, we need to take a number of measures. But, in every adversity, you need to be able to be innovative. If you're innovative, then you will survive.
It's to ensure that we keep the wheels of the economy moving, to ensure that we offer a service that continues to add value, not only to Post Fiji, but also to our consumers in Fiji.
Coming up after the break, Fiji Sevens to relook at Seven strategy, and football players urged to keep fit.
Oir na ngone na nonde nunu ena bisi ni mataka.
Mersusunga da kena loma dina kena mikron.
Sakena ngau na mitaro bina nona baksangai ka wala loma takina ngone. Dalabina oya o meliki.
Bulre oya o Samuel Samuli.
Nama kikirau ena be mataka.
Oniti kena makarombuka.
Ni boitini kalimana miniti me ona kina tiri na kaloko. Ena Radio Fiji 1 nandomo ibiti.
Indaw kina na mataka. Dan ramai na singabo.
Fiji Airways Fiji Sevens team will relook at their strategy for the 2019-2020 HSBC World Rugby 7 Series. With the recent COVID-19 outbreak, the Hong Kong, Singapore, London and Paris Sevens legs had been deferred to September. Baber says specific changes will be made to the work plan heading into the Olympic Games next year. After thorough discussions with our strength and conditioning coach Nathanieli Dhawanimbuka and assistant coach Brad Harris, Baber has indicated the need for changes to be made.
We've made changes on what was our system, our plan, going into the Olympics this year. Now it's pushed back by 1 year, which gives us sort of 15-16 months to go into it. you change your plans according to that. So really, yes, we're looking at sort of beginning of September as the first of those tournaments that we're going to be playing in.
Baber says this will ensure that the players are where they need to be when the season starts, while at the same time thanking them for doing their personal training sessions at home. Fiji Judo is confident that Team Fiji's judokas Tevita Takayawa will be able to secure a spot in the 2020 Olympic Games. Despite undergoing a knee surgery early this year after an injury sustained during an Olympic qualifying event, Fiji Judo Association President Josefa Ravutunde says he's confident that Takayawa will make through to the Olympics. He says prior to the coronavirus outbreak, Takayawa had 3 qualifying tournaments he had taken part in. Ravutunde adds being in Japan is the best place for Takayawa at the moment.
He is still a young boy. He's got I want to mention this. He's got a very strong mind. He's in Japan, away from the family, away from friends, even at this point of the coronavirus thing, he's based in Japan. That's the best place he can be because he's surrounded by so many judo players.
Takayawa currently attends university in Japan, and without any competitions, he could not accurately say where he was right now performance-wise. Fiji Football Association Chief Executive Mohammed Yusuf is urging all football players to stay fit during this period. With all tournaments and events postponed, Yusuf says the association is aware that players may not be mindful of their diet and fitness. Yusuf says although the health and safety of players is paramount, it is also equally important for every player to keep themselves engaged.
As soon as the restrictions are over, the competitions will restart, so they need to be in their they need to train, they work hard in the farms, that will keep them fit.
Finally, Friday, and the weather looking out today is cloudy conditions with a chance of afternoon showers, which can be expected in some parts of the country today. And that is your FBC Morning News. Join us at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. Remember, in times of crisis, you need factual news that you can trust. Stop believing fake news about the COVID-19 on social media. Fight misinformation by getting only the facts about the coronavirus from verified news sources like FBC's TV, radio and digital media news. www.fbcnews.com.fj. Keeping Fijians connected with the truth.
हमारे खूबसूरत देश फिजी में चाइल्ड अब्यूज की घटनाएं आए दिन बढ़ रही है।
क्यों बच्चों का मासूम बचपन अब्यूज का शिकार हो जाता है?
अपने बच्चों की सुरक्षा का खास ख्याल रखें।
उनसे बातचीत करें, उनके दोस्तों के बारे में जानें।
आज के बच्चे देश का भविष्य है। मैं दीप्ति
और मैं मोनिश,
आपके हमसफर। शामिल हो जाए हमारे साथ मंडे टू फ्राइडे
5:45 AM से 10 AM तक
रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन पर।